FlossTube, this is Lindsay, the Scruffy Kitty. It's been about 4 months since my first video. My apologies for being so long and I guess tardy for my next one. A brief summary of between then and now. First of all, when I tried to do my next video, I encountered several recording devices issues, so I did a full-length video and discovered it was all out of sync and it just was not uploadable, so I had to trash it. And then fast forwarding a bit, of course work kept me busy, more so now because it's the holidays. October got married. And then later in November went on honeymoon. And in September, and I'm sort of jumping around, but back in September I also went to a cross-stitch retreat over in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So, brief summary over. On to the good stuff. What we're all here for, right? So my first video was pretty much a whips parade full of my mania starts. Several of which I finished. A couple have gone MIA, missing in action. I have no idea where they are because I've been doing a lot of moving, sorting, all sorts of that fun stuff like that. So I'll show you what I do have and what I've been working on since then. Let's see, where to begin? So I'm going to start here with the Snowflake Stitch Just For You. Still getting used to the camera thing, so sorry about that. So went over to everybody's favorite place, Hobby Lobby, and found a couple of these ornaments. Yes, they had Christmas stuff out way in advance. Something like September or October it was starting to come out. Kind of drove me nuts, but anyways. So I mounted this one on a square mat board, the sticky board, and then glued the sticky board to the little chalk looking frame, I guess you want to call it. And then I glue down a bunch of little snowflake buttons, including this little snowman juggling a bunch of snowflakes. So there's 4 buttons. And then I took a white pin, I don't know what side I'm on, a white pin, and just did little polka dots for more snow. And this one is actually going to be gifted off to a dear friend of mine, who, as far as I know, doesn't do cross-stitch or FlossTube or anything like that, so I don't mind showing this now. Same for this next one. If you want to know what the patterns are and all that, just refer back to the first video, because I really don't want to recap all that information right now. But you guys will recognize a lot of them. So this one was the Advent one. I think it was Lights of Advent, which is perfect because this past Sunday was the first Sunday of Advent. So this one finished off and made into a little pillow. I did the backing with a bit of a t-shirt that I had that seemed to match the color pretty well to the basket. And this was also a ornament I picked up at Hobby Lobby. You can see the white sign that in the back here between the basket weaves. It said Noel on it, but I obviously just took some E6000 and glued the pillow to it. So now we have a very cute little Advent ornament. And this too is also for a dear friend of mine back home. And as far as I know, she hasn't seen FlossTube or done any of that sort of thing, so here you guys go. I do plan to do more of these. Sorry about the focus. Because I would like to make another one of these for myself, maybe a couple other friends. And I also want to do pillows so it's purple on one side and blue on the other. Because church I went to used blue Advent candles instead of purple. And I love blue, so if I can match that and, you know, kind of have it flip-flop, so whatever my mood is, it's right there. That's my idea anyways. And again, I'm hopping all over the board here in terms of projects and various stages and seasons. This little guy, count your blessings and give thanks. These two are also ornaments that I found at Hobby Lobby. I haven't decided if I want to match, like try to color match the orange and paint the white one or not. But for the time being, they're just held in with magnets on this little board. These took a while to do, because if you look up close, that's probably not going to focus. Nope. There's a lot of back stitching. There's a lot of half stitches. And after working on one and then jumping to the other, I found a couple of pattern hiccups. Like where the little white X's are on this side. They were a little like off center on the other pattern. But all four of the ornament things I found at Hobby Lobby. And I actually got the pumpkin idea from Cindy's cross stitch, from Cindy and her videos. Which, oddly enough, I did notice that there was one of those white pumpkins in one of her recent videos in the fall. So, awesome idea, Cindy. Thanks. I found them. This next one was the same day start during Stitch Mania. And this is Jeffrey's Christmas, I think. Yeah, I think that was the pattern name. Don't remember which issue now. But I decided to do this cute little easel. Mainly because I wanted the chalkboard background. And I'm thinking of doing something like a road and maybe add a tree or two on each sides. But I think this is going to be a gift for a family member. So, I kind of need to think of my final finish fairly soon, actually. So, those are my immediate fully finished objects from Stitch Mania. The other ones, next batch I have, are like this one, stitched and mostly put together for final finish, but not quite done. Again, this is another Christmas gift. Not sure for who yet. Or how I'm going to finish it. I was looking at doing a door hanger kind of finish, but I really haven't settled on that yet. So we'll keep going with the partially done presents. This one I stitched, this is one of my earlier stitches. Like when I first started learning how to cross stitch. Garnet. I don't know why it's not focusing, I'm sorry. Autofocus is not, it's not cooperating here. But this one I'm planning to do a magnetic finish. I put it on a little miniature canvas. It's like a 2x2 canvas. I did a similar finish for another project last year and it worked out great. I just need to relocate my flat magnets and glue them onto the back. That's the only reason why this little guy is where it is. But as you can see, I've been busy stitching and pretty much all year long. and you'll soon see that I have plenty more. So this is another Mania start. And mostly finished. Again, I just need to do like the little bead hanging loop thing at the top to finish it. I really enjoy this one. Cute flamingo. It was going to be a gift, and then somebody told me that might be... No, actually, this is the gift. It was the bikini one I was going to gift off to one person, and somebody suggested that was too abstract. I should go with this one instead. So that's the current plan. So this one I just have sitting on a wood thing, mainly because I was looking to see how I liked it. Clearly not mounted. But this is the Forgive Quickly, Kiss Slowly piece. I think it turned out very well. The lighting's probably throwing off the blue cloud looking fabric, but yeah, say love you. We all encounter these sorts of things, so lighting issues and camera fallovers and stuff. Interruptions, which I think I'm about to soon get. I also did the Mouse King piece by Mill Hill Bead Kits. And this one, this is not my day for recording, is it? This one was done on request by my husband. When I asked him in May to do... Hi! What? I'm good. What are you up to? Yeah, I was working on my FlossTube video that I haven't done in 4 months. What are you throwing up here? Sod? Oh gosh! So apparently instead of pausing the video while having little pieces of sod thrown at the window, I forgot to pause my video. And I was talking about him too. Where was I? So when I did the pulled out my stack of cross-stitch Christmas ornament issues, I handed a couple of them to my husband and asked him to pick out a couple. Well, didn't really find anything in the magazines that he liked, but he found this guy, which when I looked over, it made me laugh because he was pointing at an ad for this guy in the back of one of the issues. Or, no, it was actually the front of one of the issues. Which prompted a click and shop over at Stitch 123. No, 123 Stitch. And got him and a couple of other patterns that I've been eyeballing but not been able to find successfully at my LNS. So, oh man, that distraction kind of threw me off, sorry. My husband is now home. So, this piece, not Stitch Mania related, but I did try to finish it up before Stitch Mania started. And I succeeded. This was a project I had started, I think, 2 years ago. And because it had a lot of full coverage at the top, I kind of got burned out and just dropped it for a while. I'd done like over half of it, over half the top section. And then just kind of got burned out and just put it aside for a while. Let it take a nap. So I finished that one early this year, sometime between February and March, or February and April. But I finally got it done. Another more recent project. This one I worked on when I was on the plane coming back from our honeymoon. Was the second installment of Love You More from Hands On Design. I said that a couple of them had gone missing. The first installment of this, or the first Love You More, was the one that disappeared. And that one was red silk on, I think, some kind of chalkboard colored linen. This one is blue floss on black Ada. Kind of what I wanted after I started the first one. It just took me like 6 months to get back to it. This is a Lizzie Kate pattern. Forever Be True Love. And it's a love sampler. And that is the name of it, love sampler. Couldn't quite figure out. I'd actually been wanting to stitch this one for a number of years, but I couldn't quite decide what fabric to put it on or floss combination that I wanted to do, so it didn't get done for a while. And it's only partly, well, it's actually fully stitched now, but I haven't decided if I want to put like names or dates on it anywhere yet, so there it is. And this one I started at the Harrisburg retreat that I went to in September. So it was a pretty fast stitch. Hi, honey. Let's see. Or Stitch Project. Mania starts and finishes. This one is the Sun Sand Surf. This guy looks much better here than it does here by a long shot. was a little frustrated that it didn't have pictures. I even searched on Google and everything else, but there's no decent pictures of it, so I was kind of stitching blind on that one, or so it felt like. Notebook it is. Finished this guy. Waiting for Santa. Love, love, love the sheep. And I'm very glad that I chose the twilight background instead of the white or cream color it called for. Because I think it says waiting for Santa much more accurately than it would on a beige or something. And again, I'm still toying around with how I'm going to finish a lot of these finishes. Here is the flamingo swimsuit, or teeny bikini flamingo love. This is the one I was going to gift off to a friend, but was told that it was a little too abstract for person's taste, so palm tree, plan B. Now we jump into my favorite designer, Kathy Haberman. I prefer Haberman, so I'm sticking with that, even if it is Haberman. But hands-on design. Anyways. One of her anniversary series. You Bring Peace to My Heart. And the heart is actually from work shirt, or no, not work shirt, just piece of shirt that my husband had and could no longer wear, so I recycled it and personalized it with initials and the date that I finished it, because he does. Then we have With You I Am Home. Again, these are not permanent mounts. I'm still kind of playing with finishes, so not even attached. But I wanted to see how this one and another one would look on a paddle. I love the color combinations. That came out very well. Another one that's not attached, or painted, but thinking about mounting this way. You Hold My Heart. And I saw that Stephanie on Just Keep Stitching had done this one this summer as well. About the same time I was, although I can't remember if she finished before I did first, but I know we were working on it about the same time, and that was kind of fun to do. Haven't done any stitch-alongs or anything like that with one particular pattern, but thinking about doing that in the future. Some notable progress on a few other patterns. Okay, we remember this one, right? Count Your Blessings from Mill Hill Beads. Mill Hill Designs. I think that was up. Last time you saw it, I think I only had like this teeny little patch of yellow. I started a second color. But I was also doubling up on the threads, so it was 3 instead of 2. just to give it a fuller body look. But then I ran out of threads, the colors, so on to the next color. And yeah, but I gotten some other projects I wanted to work on, so kind of prioritized what I wanted to do, what needed to be finished first, and wanted to start, so back burner. Let's see, another Mania start was Try to Relax by Dimensions. Sorry for the glare. And that's also why I'm not wearing my glasses in this video, because the light's right behind the computer that I'm recording on, and yeah, I think you guys would be blinded too much by the reflection off my glasses, so that's why I took them off. So, kitty cat here. This is the progress I made on him. Made a fair amount. Somewhere up in this area, I think I got a little off in counting though, so I got a little frustrated and abandoned it for the time being. Yeah, that happens. Some of the other ones not really noteworthy because they're pretty much where I left them when I showed them on the last video. So, I'm skipping those, just for time's sake. One I started about a month ago. One of the newer designs from Mill Hill, the hot cider. And my progress is most of the chalkboard. That's it. So it's a small project that I enjoy carrying around in my bag, so it gets worked on at least once a week. A few rows here, a few rows there. Okay. Another project that I started, all about the fabric in Harrisburg. I had the kits, the hands-on design laundry company series. This is my working copies, that's why they're all on one page. And during my honeymoon, I started the wash, dry, fold portion of the pattern. And that's the fabric that I chose. I thought that'd be a really fun color combination. And the fabric is from Under the Seas Fabric, and it's Moonlight Waters. And it's on 32 count linen. I think that's the smallest stitch count that I've worked on, that I can recall anyways. It's fine, it works well. I'm still more comfortable with 28 count though. But it's working up pretty well so far. And I changed out the colors from the green lettering to the just plain white, just for the sake of popping out on the colors. This next project is kind of a biggie, and I did not start this. I'm actually the third stitcher on this project. I'm one that was passed to me last winter. Can't quite remember if it was November, December, or January, but somewhere in there. But this one, sorry for disappearing, is the Gold Collection Trim the Tree. if I remember correctly, Kyle Reckemeyer showed it on his FlossTube a few months ago as a new kit that he wants to start. I did message him and gave him a lot of encouragement and told him that yeah, I've been working on it and it's been giving me a headache, or at least it was early in the year when I last worked on it. So prior to people worked on it to about here. I mean, they did like over half of it. So last year I did all of this blue here, the white, and then all the way across at the bottom and into the stairs on both sides. Well, the stairs here and the rock thing. Actually, I did this part like a month or so ago. But because 2 other people worked on it, maybe 3, somebody got the count off somewhere. I have not been able to find it. That was one of my biggest frustrations with it when I first started working on it last year. Was something was wrong, I couldn't figure out what it was, and it was driving me just batty. Or Steph likes to say, banana pants. But after letting it snooze for a few months, I finally kind of got the urge to work on it again and decided, you know what, I'm letting it go. So I've been working on it and it's not been as frustrating because I'm just fixing and shuffling and just fixing it as I go along, making it up. Following the pattern as much as I can, but tweaking colors as I see fit. So, uh-oh. There. Screen went dark. New project, and this one I actually started not last night, the day or 2 ago. I was going to start it on December 1st. No, actually I was going to start it back in September, except I couldn't find any fabric that I liked. This is Stitcher's Days of Christmas from Sue Hillis Designs. And it reads, on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 pairs of gingers, scissors for those of you who don't know, 11 golden needles, 10 cuts of linen, 9 bags of buttons, 8 silver thimbles. Words are hard, right? 7 fine new patterns, 6 chatelaines, 5 skeins of silk, 4 hours free to stitch, 3 stitching frames, 2 sewing birds, and a hat box full of over-dyed threads. And this is my progress on that piece. And I left the bag that has the fabric information on it downstairs. But I know it's opalescent Lugano, 30 or 28 count. So moving on to a little bit of haul here. One of our favorites. It's not focusing. Ginger Gerald, if you're wondering. I decided that I really liked and wanted to do his old-fashioned series. So I bought the silo, the old-fashioned water tower, and the one that really prompted me to buy it is the old-fashioned windmills. And already having the idea of purchasing the patterns in my mind, when I saw this fabric, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. I plan to do definitely the windmills, probably all three though, on this orange and yellow hand-dyed fabric from Under the Sea Fabrics. It is Pale's Fire, Joblin 28 count. And I'm thinking that that would make for a very nice silhouette of the windmills. You know, sunset kind of thing. So that's a future start plan. Not sure when, but that's that. So, given that it's been a while since my last FlossTube and I have a lot to show off, I think I'm going to keep this video short and tease you all for next time. So, I'm going to sign off and wish everybody a happy Flossmas. Bye everyone, see you next time.